Okay, everybody, welcome. This is going to be a short video. I'm going to go over kind of what's the future of the car, mod-wise, what I'm going to do with it, how long I'm going to keep it. Obviously I have the D3 tune right here. You guys know I have the, you can hear the MAGNAFLOW. The MAGNAFLOW CATBACK exhaust, and I have a cold air, not a cold air intake, I have a drop-in air filter from K&N. So what future mods am I going to do to the car? I may wrap it. Number one, I'm not a big fan of the color. Unfortunately, it's the only choice I had at the time. So I may wrap the car. I was thinking about doing the Eyelids lowering springs, decided not to do it. I thought it was a waste of money. The ride height right now and the Sport Tune suspension that comes on this car, I think, is good enough for me, at least. I know it looks better when it's lowered, but just daily usability. I drive this car every day. What other things? I may be doing catless downpipes, catless headers. Right now on the stock car, I know I'm just showing up front because I'm just speaking, but up front, in the engine bay, there are catalytic converters on the headers now. You can get the Weaponar stainless steel catless headers. And with a naturally aspirated engine, that will help, increase horsepower a little bit, just because it's reducing the restrictions of the exhaust gas coming out of the engine. So I may be doing that. It's $900, so I don't know. I have to kind of think, is it actually worth the $900? Then I have to install it. I'll probably bring it to a shop. That may be in the future. So that, a wrap. I'm not going to do lowering springs. And then cosmetic changes on the outside. I like the headlights. I like the taillights. I know people swap out the taillights. I like the XSE, the stock XSE taillights. I'm going to keep that. I'm definitely not going to do the fold-in mirrors from High Rev. I just don't feel a need, especially on this car. Something could just go wrong, then it's going to be a disaster. And so that's mostly it. I'm not really going to be doing too much to this car. I don't know how long I'm actually going to keep it. I'm thinking actually maybe about going to a 2021. A lot of people say, why don't you just get a cold air intake? I don't see the need. Yeah, there'd be a larger horsepower gain with the D3 tune. I could put it on the 93 with cold air intake, but I don't feel the need to spend $300 on an AEM intake. I mean, it sounds good. It will, make the car a little faster, but with the D3 tune right now, I feel like this car is plenty fast enough. So besides from that, really not much else. We've done a lot of things I think woke up the car a little bit, made it a little bit more sporty, made it faster with the D3 tune and the MAGNAFLOW CATBACK, which you guys know. I have tons of videos on that. So there's not too many things that I think are left for me to do. I think the biggest thing on my list right now, the biggest thing would be a vinyl wrapping the car. That does cost a lot of money, $2,000 to $3,000 if you get a good shop to do it, around $3,200, at least in my area. So I may be doing that. I would like to change the car. Nothing crazy, maybe just like a lighter blue, like not a baby blue, but like a metallic light, kind of like a Maserati blue. If you look at some of their cars, they offer the Quattroporte, they have that lighter blue metallic. Kind of like what's on the Camry, that lighter blue color. I don't know the exact color code. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing. The catless header is probably not, catless header is probably not, definitely not the turbo kit from D3. I don't want to spend that. I don't want to put that much money in this car. Who knows what if something goes wrong, then I bring it to Toyota and say, well, you modified the hell out of it. We're not going to even touch this. So those are just some of the things I'm thinking about doing to the car. I have to weigh the benefits of the catless headers. I may do it if I decide to keep the car long term, just because I've put so much money into this car. Not really any cosmetic changes. I had a roof spoiler on from High Rev in the back. I took it off though, just because it was actually peeling off, and I said I'll change it up, make it a little bit more sleek in the back. So I ended up just taking it off because it was probably going to fly off anyways on the highway. So that's about it. Nothing really. I just want to tell you guys what I'm thinking about doing in the future of this car. I actually may be getting a 2021 XSE V6. We'll see what happens. Try to keep. Right now, if you can see here, I have 17,380 miles on this car. So try to keep that low. Try to keep the trade-in value high, and then call it a day. So appreciate you guys watching the video. Subscribe if you like what you see. I'm going to be having a lot more videos on this car and, the future of this car. So I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next time.